Let's hit the field.
It is Tuesday, August 5th, and the Yankees were taking on the Rangers in Game 2 of a 3-game set. Will Warren was on the mound, but he had his work cut out for him. He was matching up against Nathan Eovaldi, the American League leader in earned run average. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Oh, somebody kill me, please! I want to die!
My goodness, guys. My goodness. The losing never stops. I told you guys many, many times that even though I'm a fan of pitchers' duels, it's the toughest night to make a podcast out of. But luckily, we have Devin Williams here to give us some material. Devin Williams, once again, implodes. And every single person that was watching the Yankees game that is in my phone, pretty much, texted me and said, what are they doing putting Devin Williams back in there tonight? And then after he loaded the bases, what are they doing letting Devin Williams continue to pitch here? And of course, Devin Williams blew the game, allowed 2 runs. Not that it would have helped all that much because the Yankees only had 2 hits tonight. Offense was completely a dud. Aaron Judge went 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts in his return to the Yankees. I was one of the people that was shouting from the rooftops, we should sell. We should start with Devin Williams. I'm sure the Yankees could have gotten something for Devin Williams from a team whose city is not as difficult to pitch in. But this guy does not have what it takes to pitch in games where your team is ahead. He should be a mop-up reliever exclusively. Nathan Eovaldi, I mean, he was just incredible tonight. Umpire did give him a little bit of help, but he mostly did it on his own. He dominated. 1.38 ERA now on the season. I thought Will Warren pitched pretty well. We'll talk more about him, but this is one of those games where you look at the pitching matchup before the game and you don't feel great about it. I mean, a rookie who, by the way, having a decent season, but still a rookie going up against one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball this year, you just didn't feel good about it. And getting Nathan Eovaldi, I really liked Nathan Eovaldi when he was with the Yankees. I mean, he was one of those instances where Cashman was right about a player, but they let him go too early. He actually went 14-3 with a 4.20 ERA for the Yankees back in 2015 when he was 25 years old. The next year, not quite as good. He ended up getting injured. Came back and helped the Red Sox win it all in 2018. He helped the Rangers win it all back in 2023. And this year, came into the game 9-3. So, I mean, now 10-3 with a 1.38 ERA. So, nice start for him.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
Most of these comments are pretty much people who are upset that Devin Williams was put into a close game, and I got to say I agree with that. Frankie Baseball dropping a stat. On June 12th, the Yankees had a 98.9% chance of making the playoffs. They are now a half game up on the final wild card spot, so sinking fast. And, I mean, I wish I was in better spirits. I hate to come on this podcast when I'm in a bad mood or, when I'm feeling down. But I've said it a lot of times, my mood revolves around the Yankees, right? That's just how my life is. That's the world, the life that I've chosen. And right now, they stink. They absolutely stink. 60-54, 6 games out in the American League East. And continuing to come up short night after night, especially in the bullpen. And, Jock Peterson, he's been trash all year. Yankees not been able to get him out. He hit a double off the wall tonight. Luckily, Warren was able to pitch out of it. You had a play in left field that I thought Dominguez should have caught. Went off the top of his glove. But, rookie, he's had trouble out there all year. Most of the notes tonight that I took were Rangers stuff. Josh Smith had a beautiful opposite field double, excuse me. I've always liked him as a player, even when he was in the minors with the Yankees. He didn't learn that contact swing with the Yankees minor league development there. But, I mean, other than Devin Williams, the Yankees pitched pretty well tonight. We got Mark Leiter back. Doval, Luke Weaver. Luke Weaver especially, 2 strikeouts tonight, threw the ball well. And Will Warren was fine. But the Yankees couldn't hit Eovaldi. All right, we got a bunch of super chats. People just not feeling it right now. Gen Z Baby says, big thank you to Devin Williams and effing Boone. And then Joseph says, the only good news about tonight was that Devin Williams has thrown a lot of pitches the last 2 nights, so we won't have to see him tomorrow. Franklin Lopez says, your opinion, Derek, what do you think this team needs to do to spark this team? Because, to be honest, I'm beginning to lose hope. I think, I don't know. I don't know how you can spark. I mean, a new manager, I keep saying Jack McKeon replaced the Marlins manager in 2003, and that kind of turned them around. I mean, maybe Joe Torre. Maybe bring in Joe Torre for the finals. He wouldn't want to do a full season. Maybe bring him in for the final 7 weeks. Or Joe Girardi. I don't know. I don't think there's a way to turn this around. I mean, you just have bad personnel. I mean, you're not going to win any games having to rely on Devin Williams in a big spot. That's been acutely obvious since the first pitches he threw as a Yankee this year. Brian Bashman says, you guys just don't understand. Hard hit rate is so much more important than wins and losses. So Valdez says, whatever happened to the top hat? We wear it for wins, and I don't even know where it is. It's been so long since we won. I set it down somewhere. Anyway, tough night for the Yankees, but Will Warren, I thought, threw the ball pretty well. It was not an easy outing for him. Constantly had to pitch out of jams. He was able to reach back and find that big pitch when he needed to. He bent, but he did not break. 5 innings of shutout baseball. He allowed just 3 hits, 3 walks, struck out 5, including a number of guys in big spots. Lowered his season ERA to 4.44, lowered his whip to 1.42. 98 pitches, 52 of them strikes. He has now made 24 starts this year, 115 and a third innings, 132 strikeouts. A much more solid rookie campaign than I anticipated for him. But overall, not enough as the Yankees couldn't score.
It's just a reaction.
Let's go ahead and take some voicemails. We don't have a ton of stuff tonight. I think people are just kind of fed up. Here's John.
Hey, Derek. John from Hawaii. The way the Yankees are playing this game, just kind of going through the motions, it seems like it's been that way all year. Just because you're the New York Yankees, you're not going to just show up and collect enough wins to, win your division or even get in the playoffs. And, showing up isn't enough. You can't just go through the motions. You got to go pedal to the metal every game. And these guys they aren't doing it. They seem lifeless. Feels like the season's coming to an end here.
Yeah, I feel like whenever your offense is not hitting, it feels like you have no energy. But even when the Yankees are hitting, it feels like they don't have focus, right? And when they aren't hitting, or when they are hitting, a lot of times they aren't pitching. I think John Boy, like I said the other night, said it best. They have a very difficult time putting together a full team game. They'll do one thing well, but not the other thing well. I thought that was a great observation. Here's Mark.
Hey, Derek. It's Mark down in Virginia. I've been a little less with my voicemails this year. But it's about time that I take a few minutes and just say my piece, and please cut me off when you want. Number one, this team has no direction. It has no identity and just nothing. Like, if you've ever worked for a company before, you have those little things and blah, 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 whether you or not. Like, if you work for Wawa or whatever company you want to talk about, there's a general direction. And this team just doesn't have it. They don't.
Yeah, I think that their direction is to load up on things that statistically, analytically, they feel add up to a playoff team. Let's hit X amount of home runs. Let's have X amount of expected batting average. Let's have X amount of, this and that. Launch angle, all that stuff. I don't think they actually have built a very cohesive team. I think they know they have one of the best hitters in baseball in Aaron Judge, and so they kind of let themselves slack in some other areas, right? We went into this year again without a real third baseman. We had Jazz Chisholm playing third. Jazz was playing second. And then he moved back to third. Now he's back to. Good teams have positions settled. And the Yankees just haven't had a lot of settled positions. In recent years, we've had IKF at shortstop. He wasn't a shortstop. Before that, we had Gleyber Torres at shortstop. He wasn't a shortstop. Now we have Anthony Volpe at shortstop. He's clearly a second baseman. Anyway. Heights says, when was our last win streak? We must be due. It was right before the Marlins series, right? We won 3 in a row against Tampa Bay after losing the first game. And it looked like we were going to win 4 straight against Miami on Friday night. But after that collapse, the Yankees have yet to recover. They have now lost 5 straight. All 3 to Miami and the first 2 to Texas. So they lose this series. Awful. Not much you can say. We're just going to take some comments tonight from the chat. Cody says, bring back the facial hair policy. It'll turn the season around. I don't know if the facial hair policy really has all that much to do with it. Brian Bashman says, Frankie Baseball for manager. I can get behind that just on the entertainment value alone. Windsor says, statements like bring back Girardi and Torrey is just proof that Yankee fans can't get out of their own historic ass and find a way to win without outspending all other teams. Move on. It's an interesting comment, but I think that they're clamoring for Girardi because he took us to within 1 game of the World Series in 2017 and then got rewarded by not having his contract picked up. And Torrey, he at least had 5 championships. But Torrey's old. He's not going to manage. I was just kind of being facetious there. I'd be fine with Joe Madden. They have Brad Ausmus right now, but to me, he's part of the crew that's, you got to get rid of all the coaches. You got to get rid of everybody. They wouldn't do that mid-season. They wouldn't get rid of Boone mid-season no matter what. But if the Yankees fail to make the playoffs, I don't think that Aaron Boone is coming back. Danny Valles says, fire Boone. Kaiju says, Derek looks like he's not eating. The opposite, actually. I had a huge bowl of spaghetti and meatballs tonight. Huge bowl of spaghetti and meatballs. I'm eating plenty. I have lost about 40 pounds since last season, though. So, got that going for me. Here's a quick word from the guys at Foul Territory about Fair Harbor, then we'll be back to wrap it up.
It's summertime, it's bathing suit time, and it's time to get a better bathing suit liner. It's 2025, Kratz. I would like to feel more comfortable, and I would like to thank Fair Harbor for doing that.
It's super easy. Get the Fair Harbor Breeze Knit liner in your shorts. You can go play football on the beach. You can play paddleball. And you don't got to worry about that crappy liner that other bathing suits have.
It is so comfortable. You got to check it out. I'm telling you, it's like butter, baby. You got to check out the Fair Harbor, not only bathing suits, but they carry a full line of casual clothing, shorts, shirts, hoodies. Go to the website, fairharborclothing.com/foul. and use code FOUL for 20% off your first purchase. That's fair, HARBOR clothing.com/foul for 20% off your first purchase. And make sure that you use the FT promo code so that they know we sent you and you get the discount, FOUL.
Quick correction. I said that Joe Torre won 5 championships. I'm just riffing here. Joe Torre won 4 championships. The 5th championship was won by Girardi in 2009. But still, Torre, I'll still take him over Aaron Boone. I'd take Joe Torre, on his deathbed over Aaron Boone any day of the week. I still think he'd have more energy, right? We got some super chats here. Raymond Vellon says that Joe Madden would be a perfect fit. I think he would be a good fit. I think that Joe Girardi would be a better fit. I think that a veteran manager who has shown the ability to win and is organized and holds players accountable is all you really need right here. E. Bronson says, did Williams serve up your meatballs tonight? No, but they were delicious. Old World New York says he'd take AI over Boone. Can't be that long before we got AI managing a baseball team, right? And I would expect, I would expect the Yankees to be one of the first teams to do that. Let's see here. Yellow says, Devin Williams has the worst body language ever. We've been saying that since he first got here. He just does not seem like he's comfortable on the mound. I mean, I don't know what it is. It looks like his stomach is churning and he just looks like he's going to throw up out there. Asia says, can Stanton have a pinch runner out of the batter's box? A little piggyback runner like Babe Ruth had when he would get to first base. Anyway, DJ PX says New York baseball sucks. Mets also having a tough time from what I understand. I haven't been following them that closely, but they're 2.5 games out behind the Phillies now in the NL East. But Susan Morian says the only exit velocity that will matter now is that of Yankees fans. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, I can feel fans getting angry, but I don't feel them getting disinterested yet because the views are still good. When I start to see the views go down, that's how you know people are starting to get a little pissed off, right? And starting to leave. Maybe once football is completely back, right? But right now, people are still at least interested. Angel Segura says Devin Williams should be released. Wouldn't shock me if it happens before September 1st if the Yankees are out of it. A lot of times they'll give different players that are going to be a free agent a chance to go to another team because then you don't have to, offer the qualifying offer or whatever. Anyway, let's see here. CeeLo says Aaron Judge is the best player, and he's as tart as a lemon. He's not clutch. Aaron Boone is a moron. Yikes. Tell us how you really feel about things. Anyway, tough night for the Yanks again, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. At some point, they will hit rock bottom, but right now it's starting to look like the Yankees are on their way to missing the playoffs, unless they turn it around fast. And they're not playing well against good teams, right? I mean, these are teams you got to beat. They played okay against Tampa Bay, but I mean, Miami kicked their ass. Texas is kicking their ass. I fully expect Houston to kick their ass. And then the Yankees will win 3 straight against Minnesota, and we'll all be like, yay, they're back! And then they'll lose 2 out of 3 in St. Louis. And then go get swept by Tampa Bay in their own minor league ballpark. That's kind of what we're looking at. That Boston series in late August is going to be interesting. But anyway. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. If you made it this far, do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join our community. You can also be a part of the show by calling in at 718-899-1068. Also, part of the way that we maintain and fund all of this is through NYYDesigns.shop. Check it out now. Get all sorts of fun Yankees merch, hats, hoodies, zip-ups, beanies, mugs, you name it, we've got it. Check it out, NYYDesigns.shop, and check out Pinstripe Territory on all your favorite podcast platforms. We are the official Yankees podcast of the Foul Territory Network. We're here for post-game shows after every single game, and we're here before a lot of games to talk about the game, preview the lineup, the pitching matchups, and things like that. And we're here all off-season to talk about the latest in Yankees rumors, news, etc. Join our community. We'll see you next time.